My name is Jonathan Bassan. I'm a medical doctor. I had the opportunity and the privilege to learn different therapy. For instance, when I lived in China, in Beijing, China, this is one of the diplomas they gave me in China for medicine, in Oriental medicine. And it was good because when I was in China and working at the hospital, they use a lot of therapies, from acupuncture to what's called cupping, which is this is the fire cupping, and these are the cold cupping. This one don't require any fire, but they do pretty much almost the same thing as of these ones, but these ones grab more, suction more to bring more balance to your body, more heat and everything into it, and you have better blood flow toward at the end. Another opportunity too that I have privilege also. Before even starting medical school, I already had a knowledge in New York, in Brooklyn, New York. I studied Oriental medicine too as well, and I was given that opportunity. So it all was gearing from an early age for me to study Oriental medicine, because as I said earlier, when I did martial arts for over 50 years, both my instructors were Chinese doctors. And when I went to Mexico, there was one doctor in Mexico who did all the translation from Mandarin to Spanish. And he lives in Mexico, and I trained with him for 2 years with special techniques and everything that he did with acupuncture that I wanted to enhance myself. Another thing, when you go to medical school, you don't actually learn a whole year or 2 years in nutrition. So I was given the privilege and everything. I would study also nutrition. I got certified in nutrition also, and I was able to combine that and facilitate and tell them what's a good thing that they can go and purchase themselves and purchase, to heal themselves. In New York too, I was certified by the Department of State of New York in HIV, so for the Department of Health in New York, and also in terms of all these technology and techniques that I was able to accomplish has helped me to not only improve my health, my family's health, but all my friends and relatives and patients as well too. It's very good. It's like a perfect marriage when you have both sides of the coins, and that's one of the things that I'm so passionate about what we're doing today, because we're able to reach out to more people than not necessarily having to do the traditional way. One of the things that I've seen in the past year and a half, I would say, with this technology is that with the Eastern medicine, when you do, like say, I'll give you an example with acupuncture. When you stick a needle, it could be any of these points here, we have 360 different acupuncture points that we use, and the what's called the ears and the hands, you could do the whole therapy as if I was treating the whole body and itself too. So with this technology, there's a lot of people says, oh, I don't want to have a needle put into me. I'm afraid of needles. Perfect. I'm going to put a Band-Aid on. The technology is doing the same thing the needle is doing, because when you put a needle in, the needle is hollow. It doesn't have anything inside. But when you're putting that needle into the body, that's to stimulate the meridians in the body, the channel that is going, and you're stimulating it. After a half hour, you remove that needle, and the patient, feels okay. But he has to come back again, either in 2 days or 3 days, and have the same treatment. When you use our technology and you put a patch on, you leave it on for 12 hours. The needle lasted half hour, the patch is lasting 12 hours. And it's stimulating, sending nervous system, all this nerve stimulation is going through the body and everything to stimulate the whole body. So basically you're getting more out of a patch that you're leaving out for the whole body, being non-transdermal, nothing's going into the body, so it's non-transdermal. It's just using your body heat to stimulate your body's production of all your endorphins and everything inside to be able to respond and perform better. Let me give you an example. When somebody comes in for, let's say, for a treatment of an acupuncture treatment, when I was in China, I got so impressed because in China, you will see these people come every day. Some of them look healthy, just like you and I. And I was saying, why would they come everything? Because our body changes seasonal. Every 3 months, our body goes through a change. And people want to stay healthy and they want to stimulate all the meridians. For instance, if the person comes in for an acupuncture treatment, they will have their sessions done over there. Then they will apply whether it's the hot cup, the majority use the fire cuppings in China. And it's very easy to do, because in the fire cupping, let me just show you real quickly as an example. With the fire cupping, it's not hard and it's not something very challenging. Basically, what you do is just take a little bit of the alcohol swab. You take your pliers. You turn on the heat. And I'm going to use a little one here. And basically all I'm doing is I'm going to suction and I'm going to apply the cupping. So when you do this, and then you could do what's called a brush technique. And and you can do a lot of things basically to help the body alleviate a lot quicker. So there's a lot of things you could do that a lot of us don't realize that we have all these technologies and everything to be able to use. But when you combine this and you combine the patches and you combine natural medicine and everything, you combine all of them, it's a perfect marriage. You're going to have great success. And that's why it's very important to let people realize that you have a lot of alternatives, a lot of options. You don't have to just do one thing only. If you don't like this, you do this. You don't like this, you do this. But you have a variety of stuff you could do. So when I heard about LifeWave, it made a lot of sense to me. When I came across this new technology, it was like a light bulb. It lit up in me and said, wow, this is what I've learned all my life. You know what? And now I'm able to integrate all my knowledge into one. Why? Because when you have something as simple as this, a little thing that you put like a band-aid, so to speak, on your body, what it's doing is actually working your meridians. And if you know, in Chinese medicine, we do everything with the meridian channels. And when you apply this and you leave it for 12 hours in your body, it's stimulating your body to do what it's normally supposed to do. You know, and start auto-healing yourself naturally, little by little, so eventually you'll get rid of any challenges you may be facing, using your own body heat to stimulate your meridians to allow your body to heal itself naturally. And I love that about it.